Imagine the shockwave that could ripple through Florida if 2.2 million residents suddenly lost their health coverage. This isn't a hypothetical scenario. It's a very real possibility if Congress fails to extend crucial tax credits before the year's end. Business leaders in Florida are sounding the alarm, warning that the economic impact could be devastating. But here's where it gets controversial. The coalition raising the alarm, Florida Conservatives for Affordable Care, includes organizations typically aligned with the GOP, a party that has historically opposed the Affordable Care Act, ACA. These leaders argue that the tax credits have been a lifeline for millions, providing affordable insurance for the first time. Losing these benefits, they warn, could send shockwaves through the state's economy. Source: Tallahassee Democrat. https://w.tallahassee.com/story/news/local/Florida businesses caution GOP on fallout from ending ACA subsidies. 856-345-500. Senate President Ben Albritton, R. Wachula, recently addressed concerns about potential property tax cuts, particularly their impact on financially strapped rural communities. Speaking to a hometown crowd, Albritton assured, "When it comes to property taxes, everybody breathe. Everybody breathe. Nobody's going to do anything crazy." He emphasized a measured approach, saying, "We're going to take a measured approach. Measure 3 times, cut once. We're going to take a measured approach to this and try to figure out what it is we can do." This cautious stance aims to balance the need for tax relief with the potential risks to rural economies. And this is the part most people miss. A recent change in Florida's driver's license numbers could cause voting issues in next year's elections. For the past year, people renewing their driver licenses or state ID cards have received a new number. All Voting is Local, a voting rights group, has issued a warning about the implications of this change. They are concerned that the new numbers could create confusion and barriers for voters, making it more difficult for people to exercise their right to vote. Florida hunters have scored a significant victory with the approval of a new black bear hunting season. After more than 2.5 hours of public testimony, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission voted unanimously to resume the annual black bear hunt. The season will run for 23 days in December, marking the state's first black bear hunt in a decade. However, the decision has sparked protests and potential legal challenges from conservation groups. Source: Florida Today. www.floridatoday.com/h/state 48532. References: 1625-0814 H/Florida black bear hunt approved. Faces protest lawsuit. In September, Florida Semiconductor Institute is on a mission to create more than 10,000 jobs within the state's semiconductor industry. This statewide organization is dedicated to advancing research, education, and workforce development in this critical sector. Recently, released a notification to the public that indigenous presence will be Israel, and Kenya is pulling out an update national address. Maps of conservation, radio rights. Elora Duong, host of UF Innovate, discussed the organization's initiatives and their impact on Florida's economy. Source: wcjb.com/2025-812. Statewide organization aims create more than 10,000 jobs within Florida's semiconductor industry. Also around Florida, Brevard County commissioners have made a significant decision by appointing interim county manager Jim Liesenfeld to the position permanently. This move comes despite an earlier decision to hire a recruiting firm to look for candidates nationwide. Liesenfeld highlighted several challenges facing the county, including passing the new budget in September, maintaining the county workforce, road maintenance projects, the end of the Save Our Indian River Lagoon half-cent sales tax, and numerous infrastructure projects. Source: Florida Today /wcjb.com/story/news/2025-812. Brevard commissioners vote to hire Liesenfeld as permanent county manager, while stabilizing in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. This trend suggests a sector in flux, with major metros pausing expansion while secondary markets see continued growth. West Palm Beach Boca Raton's coworking footprint increased by more than 8% in the second quarter, marking one of the highest growth rates in the country. In contrast, Miami's growth was much less pronounced, even as it maintained its spot as the largest coworking market in Florida. Source: South Florida Business Journal, https:// Source: Business Observer, https: www.businessobserverfl.com/news/2025 Tampa home condo prices spring decline. The city of Northport is seeking to update its image with a rebranding effort that may also include a change in the city logo. Mayor Phil Stokes emphasized the importance of understanding how citizens view the city's image. The rebranding aims to better reflect Northport's current state and future direction, helping to shape a more accurate and appealing identity for the city. Source: Sarasota Herald Tribune, https: www.heraldtribune.com/story/news/Venice 2025/8/13 Northport survey to help frame rebranding of the city. 855-61007. More stories. The Tampa Bay Lightning's home arena has a new name, Benchmark International Arena. The organization found a naming rights partner in Benchmark International, a Tampa-based merger and acquisitions firm with global reach. The company hopes to make its mark on the community during this time of transition, enhancing its commitment to the local area. Source: Tampa Bay Times, https://www.tampabay.com/sports 2025/08/13 Tampa Bay Lightning Arena naming rights deal Benchmark International. Jacksonville City Council President Kevin Carrico exchanged text messages with two city council members about legislation during a council committee meeting. This action raises questions about compliance with the Sunshine Law, which prohibits private discussions of official business. The state's government in the Sunshine Manual also advises against using text messages for official business. Source: Florida Times Union, https://www.jacksonville.com/story/news/local/Jacksonville City Council members texted each other about Bill /85601270-7. The Melbourne City Council voted 4-3 to approve a 65% pay raise for the mayor and council members, effective after the November 2026 election. Even with the increase, their salaries would remain well below those of their counterparts in comparable cities in Florida. The decision was made with some reluctance, reflecting the complex nature of such financial adjustments. Source: Florida Today. www.floridatoday.com/story/news/local/2025/18/Melbourne City Council votes 1-3 for 65% raise in mayor council salary, effective after 2026 elections. The rest of the Flagler makeover may take several more years. Launched in 2021, the Flagler Street Beautification Project aims to transform the stretch from Biscayne Boulevard to Northwest 1st Avenue into a walkable, festival-style corridor. The project includes curbless streets, widened sidewalks, upgraded drainage, new utilities, shade trees, LED lighting, public art, and flexible spaces for markets and performances. Source: Miami Today, https://www.miamitodaynews.com/2025/13 Renovated Flagler Street blocks open, the rest may take use. Now, let's discuss. Do you think the potential loss of health coverage for millions in Florida is a justified concern, or is it being overblown? How do you feel about the rebranding?